to my channel. So today we are doing another Empties video. So I have my giant bin here. It's huge and it is once again full of product. If you haven't seen one of my empties before, you guys, I go pretty quickly through it, but basically I just tell you what I thought about the product, if I have any opinions about it, whether or not I would repurchase it, and all of that good stuff. I will link most of the products down below. Traditionally what I do is just link the ones that I would recommend. I don't leave links for the ones I didn't really like, but if you want to see all the links, let me know. It just takes a little bit of extra time, but I could definitely do that if you guys would like to see that. But let's go ahead and jump in because there is a lot of stuff here. Let's start with skincare, shall we? So I do have, again, mostly skincare because that's what I go through quickly. The first thing is from Dr. Teal's. This is the Pure Epsom Salt. This one here is the Refresh and Renew. I have had these different Epsom salts from Dr. Teal's in like almost every single Empties video. I take detox baths using the Epsom salt I try to do at least once a week, preferably twice a week. It just depends on how much time I have, but it really does make a difference for me. So I feel like I have more energy and I don't feel so run down, and my head doesn't feel as foggy when I have been doing my Epsom salt baths regularly, because it really does draw all the toxins out of your body, and I notice a difference. So I really love doing them. Plus, on the nights where I feel a little bit tense or wound up, it really does relax you and make you sleepy before bed. So I always do it right before bed after I get the kids to bed, and it's a good way to kind of unwind and get those toxins out of your body. And I would recommend, or I would repurchase that for sure. Have repurchased it many, many times. Next, I have a sheet mask. This is from Karuna. This is one of their new sheet masks. They just recently released a whole bunch of new ones. I'm not sure if they stopped making the old ones, because I know I had seen a bunch of the old packaging at TJ Maxx, and they did pull them from our store. So I think they're like repackaging and doing some new masks, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I do have some of the old ones in here as well, but this one here is their Clean Mud Face Mask. It's very interesting. I just used this last night. I actually have another one right out here because I'm planning to do it again tonight because my skin has really needed it. But this was a very interesting mask, you guys. So it actually does have mud on it. It's not like a serum soaked mask, like paper mask like most of the rest of their masks are. This one has actual mud. So it has a sheet on either side almost sandwiched around the mud. I'm gonna set this down. And what you're supposed to do is peel off one side, place it on your face with the other side still intact. So the other like removable piece would be on the outside. And then you're supposed to peel that off and it leaves the mud behind. Now, it does specifically say on there, oh, it's so much cleaner or whatever than doing a traditional mud mask, but what I found is the first one peels off really easily, but once you place it on your face, it's really hard to separate the actual mud portion of the mask from that last little like plastic peel away piece. So I ended up having to like really kind of rip them apart and press the mud back on because it was wanting to peel off with the mask, if that makes sense, and I ended up with a few holes in the mud part of it. So I don't know if I was just really clumsy and not doing it right, which is possible, or if it's a little difficult to use, but I did end up getting the mud on my fingers and it felt a little sticky, so I had to wash my hands after, and like I said, I had some holes in it. So I'm gonna try again tonight now that I kind of know how to use it, but I definitely felt like the performance of it was really nice. It felt calming and soothing, not drying. Like sometimes mud can really dry out your skin. It didn't dry my skin, but it felt nice and calming and tingly. And then I noticed a difference in my skin. Now my skin has been very bad recently, and I've talked about this in a few videos now, but I'm pretty sure I know what product caused it, and I've stopped using that product, but because of it, my skin is just a complete wreck right now. I have dry, patchy spots on my skin and a lot of active breakouts, and I definitely noticed a difference in the size of my active breakouts the next morning. They had shrunk down quite a bit, and I didn't have any new acne popping up, which I've had almost on a daily basis for the last month because of some products I was using. So I don't know if it was just from the mask or if it was because I stopped using the other products. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll take what I can get. My skin has been such a mess recently. I was very happy with that one. All right, so enough talking about that. Another mask actually for the same kind of purpose. This is the Dr. Jart rubber mask for the clean skin lover. Hard to say that. So I actually did film, I cannot speak today. I did film myself applying this mask. I don't know if you guys are ever going to see that video. So as I mentioned, I'm going to keep repeating myself. My skin has been a total mess, and in that video where I filmed myself using this, I had no makeup on, and you guys, it was just really bad. Like, I had like a lot of active breakouts and whiteheads and blackheads, and it's just, my skin was really disgusting, to be honest, and I feel like it was a little too much, a little TMI, so probably won't post that video, but I'll tell you my experience with this. It definitely feels weird. You have a little pod right here that comes in the packet that you are supposed to apply first that feels like almost like silicone kind of feeling, like a silicone primer kind of feels like that, and you're supposed to rub it all over your face, and there's a lot in there, so it gets kind of almost slimy because there's so much that you're applying, and then you put the mask over the top, and it is like a rubberized type of mask. The mask definitely stays on better, the rubber, I feel, than like a paper mask does, because those do tend to kind of slip and slide. The rubber mask definitely like sucked into your skin and kind of stays in place, so that was nice. You do leave it on for 30 to 40 minutes, so it's a very long time for a sheet mask, but I didn't notice significant differences with my skin on this one. However, I only used it one time, and as I mentioned, I had a lot of problems with my skin at that point, but it is supposed to be for problem skin. I just didn't notice a big difference, so I don't know. I have one more of these. I think I'll try it again, but yeah, that was long-winded today. All right, next I have two more sheet masks. This one is the Dr. Jart All That Contours. I'm not gonna go too far into this because you guys know I love these. I have these in every single Empties. It's amazing. It will really lift your skin up if you have saggy skin. Try it. And then I have one more Karuna. This is the clarifying sheet mask. Again, I've been using a lot of stuff for clarifying because of my skin issues. This is one of my favorites for a sheet mask version. Sheet masks traditionally don't give me the kinds of results as like if I were to use a Glam Glow mask or something like that, but it is like a quicker, easier, cleaner way to do it if I'm too tired to do a different type of mask. Another Epsom salt in here. This one is from Camille Beckman. I am really falling in love with this company, you guys. They are like so sweet. They just sent me a package. I actually have it sitting here on the floor. They just sent me a package randomly. Like, they didn't tell me they were sending it. They just randomly sent it to me with some holiday stuff in it, and it had like candy corn in it, it had some tea in it, and they sent me more of these Epsom salts because I've been obsessed with these, and I just thought it was the sweetest thing. I'm really gonna go on their site and get a whole bunch of these because I love them. They are a little bit more expensive than doing like the Dr. Teal's. If you do the Dr. Teal's, you get that huge bag for like $5 or $6, and I feel like these were like $3 or $4. I'll have to double check. I'll put it down below the price, but so it's a little bit more because you only get one-time use in here, but I really have enjoyed them. I think they're really nice because it has not just the Epsom salt, but like this one has coconut milk, and each one has a different additive in addition to the Epsom salt, and they all smell amazing, and I've really been enjoying them a lot. All right, more skincare. I have the Sol de Janeiro. This is the Brazilian Foreplay Moisturizing Shower Gel Cream. This smells exactly like the Boom Boom cream if you've ever smelled that. It has the exact same scent. It's, what do they call it? I think it's pistachio caramel is the scent, and I love it. I think it smells amazing. The only thing is with this body gel, it doesn't last on the skin, so even though you do smell it as you're applying it, it does not leave behind a smell the way that like that Boom Boom cream, you put that on and you can smell it hours later. This one doesn't linger on the skin so nice, or it's so long, but it's still very nice. I feel like it's just a little bit too expensive though for a shower gel. It was kind of basic, so I probably would not repurchase this one. A little bit more skincare. This here is from Jergens. This is the Wet Skin Moisturizer. Again, this is one that's been in many Empties, so obviously I have repurchased it. I would repurchase it again. I don't use this as what it's intended for. It is intended to be an in-shower moisturizer. What I use it for is to shave my legs. I use it as a shaving gel, and it works amazing. I love it. It's the only thing I use now for shaving. It's great. Okay, another skincare product that I have talked about a ton, and I finally used one up. This is the Dr. Jart Dermaclear Trans Foam Clay. This is the white one. So it does come in a set with 3. I still have the pink and the green, which are getting closer to gone. But this one was my favorite, so I ran out of it first. It's such a great value, you guys. It's like $38 and you get 3 different masks and each one lasts forever. Like, I don't know how many uses I got out of this. So many uses. And even my husband was using it too because a little goes a long way. This lasted forever, way longer than the Glam Glow masks last, and there's 3 different ones for $38. I mean, it's such a great deal. I don't know why it's not on more people's radar. No, I never hear anyone talking about them, but I highly recommend them. If you have acne-prone skin, this will be your best friend. What I use it for, it comes out, by the way, looking like toothpaste, and you just kind of spread it, and a little, like, really spreads really, really far. But what I use it for is a spot treatment. You can use it everywhere because it's not super drying, but I like to just use it where I'm having active breakouts. So, for example, right now, I would just use it, like, around my mouth because that's where I have a whole bunch of breakouts, just like right here. And then you leave it on for, like, it says, like, 3 to 10 minutes, and then you rinse it away. And it really just pulls all of the impurities out, and it does an amazing job. So I really love these a lot, and I will definitely be repurchasing them once I use up the other 2 that I have. Another item that I talk about in almost every single Empties video is from Ulla Henriksen. This is the Truth Serum. This was just a little like 100-point perk that I redeemed for. So I did go through it fairly quickly, but a little goes a long way. So it did last me like probably 10 days or so. But I love this Truth Serum. It is such a great serum. It's probably my favorite facial serum. It does a great job of brightening, so if you have acne, scarring, sunspots, anything like that, any discoloration or hyperpigmentation that you're trying to reduce, this will really, really do the job. Another holy grail product that made its way into an Empties. This is from Algenist. This is the Complete Eye Renewal Balm. You guys are probably tired of hearing me talk about this eye balm, eye cream. I got every last little tiny bit out of there that I can. I need to repurchase this, but this is my all-time favorite eye cream. It just does an amazing job of really getting rid of any fine lines or wrinkles that pop up underneath my eye. And since I've stopped using this, I can see some little ones creeping up on this side. This is my problem side. This is where I get the most wrinkles. I've been seeing those kind of popping up since I ran out of this, and I've been trying some other eye creams, and clearly they're not working as good, so I need to pick up another one. This stuff is amazing. And then I also have a little mini size of this. This actually made it in my last favorites video, I believe. This is the Dr. Brandt 3D Filler Mask. This I've been using on my neck to reduce those really deep wrinkles on my neck, and it does an amazing job. It's an instant filler, but the more you use it, the more like prolonged results you'll get as well. I need to get a full size of this because it's amazing. It's the only thing that I've used on my neck that really got rid of those lines. Now, they are still there a little bit, but they were really, really deep, and like I said, this is the only thing I found that actually reduced them, so definitely getting another one of those. Let's move on to some hair products. So I'm not going to get into the whole story again because I feel like I'm really repetitive on these Empties videos, but you guys know I have scalp issues with my scalp psoriasis and a very sensitive scalp. So I picked up this Brio Geo Scalp Revival shampoo. I also picked up the oil and also the dry shampoo. This shampoo actually worked for me at first. This was one of those products that did not irritate my scalp right away, and it actually, because it is got the charcoal in there, it's supposed to be a micro exfoliating shampoo, so it's supposed to help exfoliate the scalp. And with scalp psoriasis, you do get a lot of buildup on your scalp, a lot of scalp scaling and things like that, and dandruff from the psoriasis. So when I first started using this, it did a really good job of clearing my scalp and getting rid of all the buildup. But when I kept using it, and I only used it once every like 3 weeks because you don't need to like exfoliate your scalp that often. So I was only using it about once every 3 weeks, but it started to really irritate my scalp, like really bad. After about, I don't know, I want to say 4 months into it, that's when it started to like really get inflamed and itchy and red and bleeding in a couple places, and I'm really pretty sure it was this. And I've stopped using the scalp oil as well. I think the charcoal was just too drying, and psoriasis can be very dry. So even though it was doing the exfoliating that I needed the hydration, and this was doing the opposite. So I think that's what happened with this. So I unfortunately won't be repurchasing it. If you don't have scalp issues, I think you would really like this product, but for me, yeah, it wasn't good. I do have one other hair product in here. This is not completely empty, but this is so old I need to toss it. This is from Toni & Guy. I think I got it at Walgreens. It's the Flexible Holds Hairspray. I just didn't like it. That's why I never used it up. Now, I don't use hairspray very often anyway, but I stopped reaching for this because I just didn't feel like it was holding at all. So usually when you, you know, use a hairspray, you want it to hold in the curl or whatever it is that you have your style, and it just didn't work. So that was a dud. All right, next I do have some miscellaneous products. I have one of my deodorants. This is the La Vanilla Coconut Deodorant. So the La Vanilla is what I've been using for years since I switched, for probably about a year actually, since I switched to natural deodorant. But this just doesn't work that good, to be honest with you guys. But I really wanted a natural deodorant because I don't want to apply the aluminum. I know how bad it is for you. So I was trying to switch to natural, and I'd heard good things about those. I like the way they smell, but they just don't really prevent odor the way you need it to, especially when I'm at work. My Sephora smock is so hot. Like it does not breathe at all, you guys, and it gets really warm in our store with all the bright lights. And with the combination of that and the smock being like this huge heavy tent almost that you're wearing that does not breathe because it's 100% polyester, I would just get really kind of stinky and it's not good. So I switched to a new deodorant. Anyway, moving on, I'll tell you guys about that deodorant later. This is from Sephora collection. This is the Solid Brush Cleaner. This is like exactly the same thing as the Beauty Blender Solid Bar Cleanser, but it's $2 cheaper. So if you're wanting to save a couple bucks, I think that you would really like this one, and I would definitely repurchase it. All right, we're almost done. I just have a few makeup products at the bottom here. Let's start with this. I told you guys I was gonna be out of it soon, and it definitely is out now. This is from Kate Somerville. This is the Uncomplicated Makeup Setting Spray with an SPF of 50. I really love this product. I am repurchasing it. It is on my list along with a lot of other things. So as soon as I have the money to, I will be repurchasing this. I really, really love it. It's good. And then I have this little primer. This is from Stila. This One Step Correct Primer. This is really nice. I actually really liked this primer a lot. I have a lot of primers in my collection right now that I'm trying to get through some, so I won't be repurchasing it right away, but it's definitely one that I would repurchase in the future. It's really nice for just kind of evening out the skin tone first. If you have a lot of redness or if you have a lot of discoloration, I think you would really like that one. Next, I have this little lash primer from Smashbox. This was just a like little travel size one. I didn't really like this one. It's not my favorite. I really still prefer the Tarte Opening Act, and yeah, this one wasn't the best one, so I would pass on that one. And the last thing at the very bottom was my Physicians Formula Eye Booster Liquid Liner in Ultra Black. This has been in lots of empties, and yes, I would repurchase it again. It is my absolute favorite liquid liner. I haven't found anything that works as good as this one, and it's from the drugstore, which makes it even better. So if you have not tried this yet and you like a liquid liner, just trust me, go get it. Just trust me, it's really good. Get the Ultra Black though, because the black one is not that black, but definitely would recommend that one. And that's all the products for this month, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this Empties video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Thank you so very much for taking the time to watch this video today. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please click the subscribe button. It does help me out so much, and I appreciate every single one of you and the time that you take to support my channel. Have a great day, you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.